Hey superstar, it's Gavin here from Wake Up Fulfilled. Welcome back to my channel. This video we're going to be talking about subconscious priorities and how your subconscious priorities one thing over another, so you can then prioritize the thing that you're really wanting out of life and really accelerate your results with success. I'm a subconscious mind specialist and I help people shift their subconscious identity and personality to be the type of person that creates their reality automatically. That was a tongue twister. I'm just cleaning my glasses here. Now before we get started, be sure to leave an affirmation or affirmation below so that you can keep on reprogramming with my videos. Subconscious mind is super complex and we have different types of subconscious minds. We have different ways of being. But one thing that we all have is values. One thing that we all have is a priority of how we organize our reality, how we organize things in our mind. And some of us organize things like love as a high priority, like relationships and love as a very high priority in their lives, and things like family in their lives. And so that's what they spend their most time, energy, and money on, right? Some people it's money and making money and business. And so because it's a high priority in their life, they spend all their time there. Or maybe it's personal growth. Chances are a lot of you watching this video, you have a value of personal growth, which is why you watch my videos and content and consume other people's content, is because personal growth is important to you. You will make more time, energy, you'll spend more time, energy, and money on things that are most important to you. We do offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session, and you can actually get that at neutralityshifting.com. You can go ahead and claim that. And you'll get a free session with my head coach, Jaden Johnson, and he's going to identify your subconscious patterns, identity traits, and personalities that are holding you back from achieving what it is that you want out of life. So you can go and get that at neutralityshifting.com. The link will be in the description. Now, the subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your results in life. Okay, so if you spend a lot of time in this particular area, your life will absolutely transform. Okay, it's transformed my life. I'm someone that grew up in a really rough neighborhood. I grew up in a ghetto, and the Gavin that you're experiencing right now is completely different to the Gavin before. Even in the way I talk, right down to my language. And some people don't understand this, that, you know, speaking a particular way creates an identity trait, which then manifests more of what they don't want sometimes. Okay, but subconscious priorities that block you. Okay, so right now we've got two examples. We've got two different scenarios. We've got person A and person B. And both of these are going after the same thing in life. Okay, they're both trying to be a millionaire, very successful in business. Okay, so person A and person B are working on their career, their business, making it more successful, and their whole goal is to go ahead and be a millionaire. Okay, that's what they want to do. They want to be a millionaire. They want to help a lot of people. They want to contribute, and they want to experience freedom. Okay, now these two people have different values. As you can see here, we've got a list of values on the left hand side in person A and a list of values on the right hand side in person B. All right, and so this is a list of priorities. Okay, so the security right here is the number one priority for person A. For person B, love is the number one priority. Okay, now I want to share with you something very, very important that's going to dramatically change the way you see your subconscious mind and how you have success and create more success in your life in any area. Okay, so my glasses are clean now. I think I've been rubbing them. It's still got a little speck on there. It's still got a little speck on there. So person A has security as its highest value. And maybe if it's learned through life, this person has learned through life to be safe, you know, to really be strict with money, to not step outside your comfort zone too much. Make sure, you know, you stand in line and, you know, you get a job and a career, and make sure you work well at your job, and, you know, you treat the boss well and other people well at the job, so you get to keep your security, keep your job. And we're all kind of taught security from a very young age, that we need to get good grades, and then, you know, to get a good job, and so that we can have a good career, make a good money, and then be able to retire, and then we'll be able to live our lives, in retirement. And this is all about security, and that's why we have things like the pension. I think in America it's called a 401k or something like this, right? The reason we have these things is to have that sense of security, so that when we age, that we're, totally fine. So a lot of us have prioritized security as a high thing. So when it comes to following your dream, when it comes to making $1 million or whatever it is, your mind is stuck here because it's your number one priority in life. Okay, you're not gonna step outside your comfort zone. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're wanting to start a business, it's gonna be very hard for you to start a business because it's not secure. Business and security do not exist. Business is crazy. It's all over the place. It's very hard to get security in a business. Okay, you don't have much security. But in actuality, it may look like in a job you have security, but in actuality, you can get fired at any time. You can have a recession, things can go wrong, or whatever it is, right? You get made redundant, right? These things can happen in a job. And so security is one of those things that we seek. And I used to be coached by Tony Robbins coaches. And he shared with me that you can't have entrepreneurship with security. If you want security, then get a job. Okay, so this person wants to be a millionaire, but he wants security, or she wants security. And so they're gonna have one foot in, one foot out. Maybe they don't even start. Maybe they start and sabotage it. So because their number one priority or number one value inside of their subconscious mind, not consciously, but subconscious, this is how they operate. This is their thermostat. This is their default mechanism. They will always come back to security because they value it. It's important to them. And again, people will find time, energy, and money for what's most important to them. The next one down is love. So this person wants love as a second priority. So chances are this person wants love and a secure relationship as well. They get love, a relationship, or it might be love in general. Love in general, they feel they need a sense of security in love, right? So this person values love, which is a very powerful value to have. It's one of the most powerful values to have. And the more love you can focus on, it will radically shift your perspective on life, okay? It gives you a lot of inner peace when you have love as one of your number one priorities in life, okay? And I'm not just talking about relationships, I'm just talking about the feeling of love and not operating from fear, okay? And like making more money and, all this material stuff. When you're focused on love and your highest value is love, it dramatically changes your life. The next one down is freedom. So it's kind of funny, this person wants security, but also at the same time wants freedom. It's a little bit more down on the list, but this person wants freedom also. But part of them wants to be free, wants to have the success, wants to be financially free, maybe location free, maybe time freedom. So they want this freedom and sense of expression, spontaneity. And they can't do it because, again, they want security, they value security more, so it's going to be hard for them to experience freedom. Now, freedom is a very tricky value because freedom could mean that you would rather go out, have fun, and do whatever it is that you want than focus on your career or a dream or a goal. You'd rather go on social media and play on social media and have your freedom in the moment rather than go ahead and become a millionaire, make yourself successful or even more successful than you are now. And so if you value freedom, it can be very detrimental, okay? So you do have positive values, but you also have negative values as well. And this might be on a negative value list where you're trying to approach success. You want more freedom in terms of time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. But at the same time, it's like you want freedom in the moment right now. And so when it comes to sitting down and reading a book or sitting down and focusing on your projects or sitting down and focusing on your business and whatever it is, you don't feel free. You feel like you're restricted or like you're stuck. A lot of creative people struggle with this. If you're very creative, you struggle to be disciplined. You struggle to follow through. You struggle to take action. You want to be a millionaire, you want all these things, but you value freedom, and so it's very hard for you to build momentum. So if this is high on your value system, it's going to really hold you back from seeing success in your life. Next one is happiness, and I think this is really extremely important. Your happiness is important because there's no point of being, a millionaire or being successful, whatever it is, in relationships and all this stuff, if you can't feel happiness or you can't get to that sense of happiness. So happiness is so important for you to have a sense of fulfillment and joy. And some people don't even have this on their values to be happy. It's just about them focusing on the kids, for example, or focusing on these other things, and they forget about themselves. And so they're constantly people pleasing, and it might make them feel good temporarily, but it leads to them feeling depleted and empty and not being able to be genuinely happy. And so I'm kind of happy, and I'll tell other people that I'm happy, but really I'm not quite fulfilled. Something's missing for me. And so happiness is so important, but we want to approach happiness again from the right space and make sure that we're a full cup. And then we've got abundance here as number 5 at the bottom. And so this person values abundance and values having wealth and success and all of these things, but it's right at the bottom of the list. And so it's not a priority. This person's not going to really spend or invest money into coaching or getting courses or anything like that, because they'll make excuses like, I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough energy. You'll always find energy for what's important to you. And for a lot of people, when they're tired and they're broke and they have no money or whatever it is, or they think they have no money, or they feel like they don't have enough time, guess what? If it came to something like sex, if sex was important to them, they would find the energy, they would find the money. People would go out and buy hookers and all this kind of craziness and pornography or whatever it is. You'll find the money for those things. You find the time for those things, all right? Because it's important to you, all right? I know that's an extreme example, but people find time, energy, and money for what's most important to them. So you got to be careful with this in relationships as well. Where someone says something but they're not actually doing it, it's because it's not important to them. Okay, if it was important to them and they valued it, guess what? They would do it automatically. But I'm not saying to have arguments with anyone here. That's their value system, and they need to shift their value system in order to make that more of a priority in their life. And so we want to realize that this is why people act in a particular ways, because they value certain things. And sometimes it can come across as negative or whatever it is, but it's just the way that person's wired. And it's important to understand people in this way. And when you understand people in this way, you can communicate to them more effectively when you understand their values. So basically you want to communicate to someone in a way which they can interpret, okay? Because if you was to teach me something and it was something about like I did not know nothing about or whatever it is, you would need to relate it to my values. You would need to relate it to something that I already know in order for me to understand it, and for me to interpret it and be excited about it. And that's why some people learn through, being physical. Maybe they'll learn to count by, playing with magnets on the fridge or whatever it is, right? They get to interpret it that way. Or playing a sport or something like this. Okay, person B has a different set of values, and again, same goal, to be a millionaire, right? Same goal, to be a millionaire, but has a different set of values, okay? They literally see life completely different to this person, okay? This person B's top value is love, right? This person's top value is security. And so when this person walks out in the world, they see love. Okay, it's what they see, it's what they feel, it's what they experience, because it's a high priority on their subconscious patterns. It's what they see. Okay, imagine a life, you're walking through a life and it's just pure love. Even, with the craziness that's going on right now, with COVID-19, you could still walk out into the world with love, in love, and not feel like the world's, about to attack you and stuff like this. And by the way, this is my top value. My top value subconsciously is love. It's my highest value. Okay, and so I see life through the eyes of love. Okay. And so when things happen in life, negative things happen in life, I still get to feel love. And it's a very powerful state of inner peace and comfort. Even when it comes to things like that are very heavy, like death, I still can hold a certain high level of love. Okay, it's a significantly really high, powerful way to approach life, to have this as a high value. And by the way, just so you know, you can reorganize these values. You can remove values. You can shift values around. You can make things important to you that are not important to you right now, and really shift your life, because literally these values is the way that you perceive reality. You see? So the top value here for person B is love. And so they're going to see life through the eyes of love. This person is going to see life through the eyes of security. Maybe this person's a little bit more anxious about life and worried about the finances and worried about losing someone in a relationship or whatever it is. And so maybe they're over giving or people pleasing, and they're anxiously attached to someone, or when it comes to money, they want to hold on to it and, like, you know, save the pennies and stuff like this. And so this person's going to approach life completely different to this person, right? The next priority for this person is abundance. So which is much better? This person or this person when it comes to becoming a millionaire? If this person's top value is love, and the second value is abundance, who's going to have more success? Abundance is down here for this person, right? Who's going to have more success? This person, because this person's going to spend more time, energy, and money on creating more abundance and success in this person's life. You see, it's a priority subconsciously, so they're automatically going to move towards having more abundance in their life. And the thing about this, love, people are going to see that this person is genuine, and it's not just about the money. It's about love. It's about giving. It's about contributing. Okay? There's a very few people. There's a lot of people that operate from love, but there's very few people that actually, you know, demonstrate it. And like, it's hard to see through, you know, the marketing and all this stuff, who's genuine and who's not. But there's a lot of people that operate from love. There's a lot of people that don't operate from love. And my thing to tell you would be to find people that completely operate from love when it comes to helping you get to the next level in your life. All right. So the next one is happiness. So this person is prioritizing the happiness and fulfillment over, on this side, freedom, for example. Right? Happiness is extremely important. If you feel good, then you're going to take more action. If you feel good, you're going to treat people better. If you feel good, you're going to have more energy. If you feel happy, right, you're going to have more energy naturally. Okay? Happiness is so important. Getting the serotonin to be working in your brain and in your body properly is really important for you to feel fulfilled in life. When you have happiness, you have a sense of fulfillment, and so your needs for material success kind of go down. Your wants for helping more people go up, because you want people to have happiness as well. And when you have happiness, it's almost like you don't need the material things in order to feel happy. You're happy already, and the things are an extension of who you are. Okay, this is how you create fulfillment. This kind of person is the kind of person you want to be and have on your priorities. Next is health. Health is wealth. All right. So right now, because I work on the computer, and a lot of the time I'm sitting down on a chair, my lower back's starting to hurt. All right, and it's not a good sign, is it? Right. So I have to start doing stretching. I've been doing stretching. And I have a special person that I'm going to help, adjust my body and stuff. Not chiropractor, but like something where like I'm doing therapy and making sure I'm releasing tension in my body and my getting more flexible and stuff. And so health is so important. One time in my career, when I was doing some marketing stuff online and helping people make money and stuff, I ruined my health. I was working, I was overworked, I was stressed out, I had adrenal fatigue, pernicious anemia. I was in an awful state. And at the time I was vegan as well. And my health just, really plummeted. And I couldn't really do much. Little things would stress me out. I had anxiety and depression. And the funny thing is, I wasn't really enjoying my success because I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good health. I didn't have happiness in my values. All that was on my values was success, 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 success. And then my happiness didn't matter, right? My happiness didn't matter. My health didn't matter. You know, I was willing to ruin my health for the sake of having money, because from a very young age, I was taught, you know, these hip hop videos and the jewelry and the clothes and all this stuff is success. And so I got confused, right? I was programmed that this is success. This is what success is. And so I thought that was success, and I was tunnel vision in that success. And then I learned this quote from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is over here, all right? Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And so I had to reprioritize my subconscious priorities to make sure happiness was in my priorities so that I can feel full. And then I began focusing on my health. I hired a nutritionist. I spent money in this particular area and improved my health and my energy. And I was able to overcome conditions that are so-called incurable by shifting my subconscious thinking, by buying the supplements and the programs and researching on YouTube and seeing how other people overcome these incurable conditions. And I was able to completely heal myself. And now I have a lot of energy. I'm able to go, 6 hours, 4 hours on a live call with people, non-stop helping and healing people, and still have energy afterwards to go skating for another 4 hours. I have a lot of energy, physical energy, when it needs to be used. And then the last one here is freedom. I put freedom at the bottom. This person values freedom, but again, freedom can be detrimental to you being action oriented. So what I actually did, maybe around 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, I actually eliminated this out of my value system. I completely got rid of freedom out of my value system because it can be destructive, because it makes you want freedom in the moment, instant gratification. It makes you want freedom right now. And so in order to have success, you have to think long term. You have to realize that the current work that you're doing right now leads to a result long term. And all my mind wanted was instant gratification for going on social media, for checking posts and checking emails and procrastinating and resisting and not feeling like doing it right now because I just felt like I didn't want to do it right now, and I was following my feelings rather than realizing that there's a reward for taking action right now. And it was really destroying my life. So I eliminated that value out of my system completely. And it radically shifted my productivity, being able to follow routines and structures, whereas before I was struggling to follow schedules and structure. And now I can do that instantaneously and plan my day, whereas before I couldn't. It's crazy. It's literally changed my personality. It's changed who I am. And I like doing it. Whereas before I had to push myself to do it and do these kinds of things because people like Tony Robbins would say to do it, and all these other people say, you got to have a schedule, you got to be productive, you got to do this. But I struggled to do it being more of a creative. So what I did is I shifted my subconscious programs and patterns to be more structured and disciplined and focused and thinking more long term. And so these are the kinds of things that we're able to do. We're able to shift our priorities in our subconscious mind and rewire them. And so the way you can find out your values is to just ask yourself, what's most important to you? What's most important to you, and what's the first thing that comes to mind? Okay, you might say something like family. Well, what does that mean? That means love, right? And then you say, okay, what next is most important to me? This is called eliciting your values in neuro-linguistic programming. What's next most important to you, right? And then you're able to write down a list of things that are most important to you in life. Okay, it's better to do this with someone, but you can do it by yourself and just write down a list of what's the most important to you. And then in order to reorder them, what you need to do is you need to put more attention in the areas that you want to change. So for example, if I wanted health to go on the top, then I would focus on having affirmations around health. I would watch health videos and content and consume content. I would go see the doctors and stuff like this. I'll surround myself with people who are healthy, right? Because that's gonna, now I need to, intentionally focus on health so it brings it up. It's not just going to automatically change overnight. I would also reprogram my subconscious mind. That would be the fastest way to do it. If I wanted to make this my number one priority in life, which it is quite high on my list anyway, but if I wanted to make it my number one priority, I would just shift my subconscious patterns around it and align myself to it completely, so that I'm automatically taking care of my health and being healthy, spending more time, energy, and money in the area so that I can live longer and help more people and have more energy. So health is so important. So that's what you want to do, is you want to spend more time, energy, and money in that particular area and start to condition your brain that this is what I want. This is what I want to create. So if you're wanting to have more success in money, for example, you need to be buying money books on money and managing money, and reading business magazines, and studying the greats that have done it before. Success leaves clues. You want to go to the seminars, the workshops. At first, your brain might be fighting it. It might not understand certain things or whatever it is, but you have to allow that conditioning to come in and shift who you are. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know anything about money when I first started. I'm still learning now, but at the same time, I still studied, and I'm someone that can make $25,000 in a single day now. Whereas before, I had no idea how to do that. I hired the coaches, the mentors. I'd done the stuff that led to more success. So you want to invest in yourself, time, energy, and money in what it is that you want most. And that's going to prioritize your subconscious patterns and get you more of what you are wanting. So we offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session with my head coach, Jaden Johnson, to find out what's going on in your subconscious mind, to find out what's going on within you, so you can really have the changes that you want in your life and make progress automatically, rather than fighting against your security values and all these different values that you have about yourself. You're now naturally wanting to achieve more success and achieve more of what you want out of life and become person B. So if you're someone that wants to become person B, I suggest going and checking out the free subconscious mind diagnosis session with my head coach, Jaden Johnson. It's going to find out what's blocking you and how to get to the next level. All right. So you can go and get that from neutralityshifting.com. Neutralityshifting.com. There'll be a link in the description where you can go sign up. Spots do fill up fast, so make sure you go sign up right now. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.